Hello students, welcome to AKR chemistry classes. Today I am going to teach part 7 of alcohols. Here also I am going to teach today chemical properties of alcohols, which involves reactions involving alcohol molecule as whole. Second one, oxidation reactions of alcohols and commercial methods of commercial methods of preparation of alcohol. So a reaction involving alcohol molecule as whole. In that I am going to teach you the first concept is dehydration of alcohols. When alcohols are CH2 OH, when alcohols are subjected to heating in presence of suitable dehydrating agent, first cleavage of CO bond takes place at alpha carbon atom. First cleavage of CO bond takes place at alpha carbon atom. Next cleavage of CH bond takes place at beta carbon atom to form alkene. CH double bond CH2 plus H2O. We get alkene. So this indicates that dehydration of alcohol is a beta elimination reaction. So dehydration of alcohols follows beta elimination reaction. During beta elimination reaction, first at alpha carbon atom cleavage of CO bond takes place, and next at beta carbon atom cleavage of carbon and hydrogen atom takes place. And what are the suitable dehydrating agents we can use? Means concentrated sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, aluminum oxide, phosphorus pentoxide, phosphorus oxytrichloride in presence of pyridine, dry HCl gas. All these chemical substances can act as a good dehydrating agent for the dehydration of alcohols. Please note it down. Coming to the next, mechanism involved in dehydration of alcohols. Very important for class 12 examination. Step 1, protonation of alcohol. Protonation of alcohol. CH3 CH2 OH. The name of the compound is ethanol. Here the electrons are there. When H2SO4 undergo decomposition, it forms H plus ion plus HSO4 minus ion. H plus ion obtained from acid acts as electrophile, and alcohol acts as nucleophile, which readily attacks the electrophile to form protonated alcohol. CH3 CH2O hydrogen. By donating a pair of electron, oxygen atom carries positive charge, therefore it is called as protonated alcohol, and it is unstable. The reason is more electronegative oxygen atom carrying positive charge. Next, formation of carbocation. Protonated alcohol CH3 CH2O plus hydrogen hydrogen. In protonated alcohol, the sigma bond pair electrons which exert between carbon and oxygen get breaks up and move towards the oxygen atom and get liberated in the form of water by forming carbocation. CH3 CH2 plus. So from alpha carbon atom, cleavage of oxygen atom takes place. Now from beta carbon atom, cleavage of hydrogen atom should have to take place. Step 3, loss of proton. CH3 carbon positive, hydrogen. Positive charge carbon atom is more electronegative than neutral carbon atom, therefore it drags electron density from the beta carbon atom with the release of H plus ion to form CH2 double bond CH2 plus H plus ion. This H plus ion combines with HSO4 minus ion to form sulfuric acid. So this is the mechanism involved in this reaction. In this mechanism, step 2 is considered as slowest step, and on the basis of slowest step we can find out the rate determining step. We can find out the speed of the chemical reaction. Please note it down. As you saw, the mechanism involved in the formation of carbocation. Therefore, during dehydration reactions, rearrangement of carbocation is possible. Rearrangement of carbocation is possible by 3 shifts: hydride shift, methyl shift, or phenyl shift. Formation of carbocation, rearrangement of carbocation is possible by hydride shift or methyl shift or phenyl shift. For example, first one I will take CH3 CH2 OH, ethanol on treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, H plus ion attacks, we get CH3 single bond CH2 positive charge. If this positive charge comes here also, it primary carbon atom, or if it moves here also, it is primary carbon atom. Therefore there is no rearrangement for the stability of carbocation, and it get converted into beta elimination minus H plus ion, beta elimination reaction to form CH2 double bond CH2 double bond CH2. If I take a molecule like this, CH3 CH2 okay na, CH2 OH, 1-butanol. When 1-butanol on treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, we get CH3 CH2 positive charge. I get primary carbocation, but the primary carbocation is adjacently bounded to the secondary carbon atom. Therefore in such cases 1,2 hydride shift takes place to increase the stability of carbocation. So I will get secondary carbocation is formed, which is more stable than primary carbocation. Then loss of proton takes place. Here there are 2 beta carbon atoms are there. In the obtained secondary carbocation, if this is alpha, this is beta 1 carbon atom and this is beta 2 carbon atom. So I can remove the hydrogen atom either from beta 1 or from beta 2. If I remove the hydrogen atom from beta 1 carbon atom, then the molecule will be 1-butene. If I remove the hydrogen atom from adjacent carbon atom, that is from beta 2, I'll get 2-butene. I'll get 2-butene. This is 1-butene, this is 2-butene. So this will be the minor product and this will be the major product. And what type of rule it follows? Sazaf rule. So what does Sazaf rule states? The process of removal of hydrogen atom from that beta carbon atom takes place which contains less number of hydrogen atoms, compared to another beta carbon atom. So this is should have to consider as beta 1 and it should be considered as beta 2. Okay children, understood? Note it down. Now I have given one primary alcohol. When this primary alcohol on treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, it involved in the formation of carbocation. This is the carbocation is obtained, that is called as primary carbocation. And one plus point is this primary carbocation is bounded to the ring chain. Since cyclobutane possesses high angle strain, therefore this carbocation enters into the ring and this process is called as a ring expansion. During ring expansion, the angle strain of cyclic molecule decreases and its stability increases. So cyclobutane get converted into cyclopentyl carbocation. So it also contains 2 beta carbon atoms and both the beta carbon atoms contains equal number of hydrogen atoms. Therefore here H plus ion is added from the sulfuric acid to alcohol. Here we are removing the H plus ion. That's all. So sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst as well as a dehydrating agent to form the respective alkenes. Note it down. Here I taken 3 different alcohols, that is one primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol, and these 3 alcohols undergo dehydration reaction by using suitable dehydrating agents such as phosphoric acid. When primary alcohols are subjected to dehydration reaction, it forms alkenes with the liberation of water. When secondary alcohols are treated with when secondary alcohols are subjected to dehydration reaction by treating with phosphoric acid, we get the respective alkene with the liberation of water. Propene is obtained. Tertiary alcohols also undergo dehydration reaction in presence of phosphoric acid to form water. Means in all the 3 reactions, alcohols are get converted into alkenes due to dehydration process or beta elimination process. But the condition or the conclusion what we can give by using these 3 examples means primary alcohols are more reactive than secondary are more reactive than tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary and secondary alcohols are more reactive than primary alcohols. How we can identify? By knowing the percentage concentration of acid. For the conversion of tertiary alcohols into alkenes, only 20% acid is required. 20% concentrated acid is required. But for secondary and tertiary, for secondary 85%, for primary it is still more. What does it indicate? Tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary and secondary alcohols are more reactive than primary alcohols. That is the rate of dehydration. That is the rate of dehydration of a reaction is directly proportional to the stability of carbocation. Directly proportional to the stability of carbocation. Greater the stability, greater the rate of dehydration of alcohol. Therefore, tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols are more reactive than primary alcohols. Please note it down. Pause the video and note it down. I have given some examples of alcohols. You should have to arrange them in the decreasing order of dehydration of reaction. You should have to arrange them in the decreasing order of their dehydration reaction. Pause the video, note down and arrange them. Got it? I'll represent like this. This is A, this is B, C, D, E, F. Total 6 alcohols are there. Identify what type of alcohols. Secondary alcohol, allyl alcohol, normal alcohol, primary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, benzyl alcohol. So which carbocation is more stable? Benzyl carbocation is more stable compared to any other alcohols in the given question. Therefore, benzyl carbocation is more stable, means dehydration of benzene alcohol is maximum, greater than. Next, allyl alcohol. The reason is both the carbocations, benzyl carbocations and allyl carbocations, exhibit resonance effect. They exhibit resonance effect. Greater the resonance effect, greater will be the stability, greater will be the rate of dehydration of alcohols. Next, coming to is greater than E, tertiary alcohol, which is greater than A, secondary alcohol, which is greater than F, primary alcohol, which is greater than normal alcohol. Here we can explain their stability based on hyperconjugation effect. So from tertiary to secondary, secondary to primary, the number of alpha hydrogen atom decreases, then automatically stability of carbocation decreases, which decreases the rate of reaction towards dehydration of alcohols. Please note it down. Coming to the next, reactions of alcohol with sulfuric acid under different condition. Alcohol reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid under different condition to form different products. When alcohol is made to react with concentrated sulfuric acid and the reaction mixture when heated up to 443 Kelvin, it undergo dehydration reaction. To form alkene, CH2 double bond, CH2 with the liberation of water. When concentrated sulfuric acid and ethanol mixture is heated up to 383 Kelvin, it undergo addition reaction to form C2H5 HSO4 plus water, ethyl hydrogen sulfate is obtained. When excess of alcohol is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid up to 413 Kelvin, we get C2H5O plus H2O, diethyl ether is obtained. Means alcohols on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid under different condition, different products are obtained. Put it down. Dehydration reaction. Dehydration reactions of alcohol follows beta elimination reaction. And we know that there are two types of beta elimination reactions, E1 and E2. Then what are the conditions? Secondary and tertiary alcohols. Secondary and tertiary alcohols always follows E1 reactions. Secondary and tertiary alcohols always follows E1 reaction. Primary alcohol whose beta carbon, primary alcohol whose beta carbon is tertiary or quaternary, then only it follows E1 reaction. Secondary, tertiary, all the secondary, tertiary alcohols follows E1 elimination reaction. Primary alcohols follows E1 elimination reaction only when beta carbon atom is bonded with the tertiary group or quaternary group. or beta carbonyl should be tertiary or quaternary group. Primary alcohol whose beta carbon is either primary or secondary, then it follows E2 elimination reaction. E1, E2, E1, Cb. The meaning, definition, everything I taught in haloalkanes and haloarenes. Here I am directly giving the information, that's all. Carbocation rearrangement is possible both in E1 and E2 mechanisms. Carbocation rearrangement possible both E1 and E2 mechanisms. Finally, E1 and E2 eliminations follows Sayzeff rule. Both E1 and E2 elimination follows Sayzeff rule. Next, oxidation of alcohols. When alcohols are subjected to oxidation, it involved in the formation of carbonyl compounds. When this carbonyl compounds means, what are carbonyl compounds? Either it may be aldehyde or it may be ketone. To obtain carbonyl compounds are subjected to oxidation, aldehydes are get converted into carboxylic acids, whereas ketones can also be converted into carboxylic acid on subjected oxidation, but under drastic conditions. Under only drastic conditions. So during oxidation, this is alcohol, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. During oxidation of alcohol, cleavage of OH as well as cleavage of CH bond takes place. In alcohols, cleavage of OH and cleavage of CH bond takes place to form carbonyl compounds. The product of oxidation depends on mainly two factors: type of alcohol undergoes oxidation and type of oxidizing agent used for the oxidation process. Depend on these two factors, we can identify what is the product of oxidation is obtained during the oxidation of alcohols. Please note it down. Oxidizing agent can be classified into three or more types. In that, first one is strong oxidizing agent. By using strong oxidizing agent like acidified potassium permanganate, or I can use acidified potassium dichromate, acidified potassium permanganate, acidified potassium dichromate, or concentrated nitric acid. All these three compounds acts as a strong oxidizing agents. How they show reaction with the different alcohols means, for example, if I take primary alcohol, when primary alcohol on treated with any one of these strong oxidizing agent, first it get converted into aldehyde, which further get oxidized to form carboxylic acid, When secondary alcohols are CHOH R dash. When secondary alcohols are subjected to oxidation by using strong oxidizing agent, any one of these strong oxidizing agent, we get ketones or C double bond O R dash. Ketones are obtained. Ketones do not undergo oxidation under normal condition, but under drastic condition it also undergoes oxidation to form acids. If I take tertiary alcohols, when tertiary alcohols are subjected to oxidation, not treated, sorry, when tertiary alcohols are subjected to oxidation by using any one of these three, no products. So what does it indicate? When alcohols are subjected to oxidation in presence of strong oxidizing agent, respective products are obtained. What are those? Primary alcohols get oxidized to aldehydes and which get oxidized to carboxylic acid very easily, whereas secondary alcohols get oxidized to ketones very easily, but ketones do not further undergo oxidation in presence of strong oxidizing agent under normal condition, but under drastic conditions it also undergoes to form carboxylic acid, which further undergoes to form the liberation of carbon dioxide and water, whereas tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation. Note it down. Okay, example. What happens when ethanol on treated with the strong oxidizing, CH3 CH2 OH on treated with potassium permanganate in acidic medium? It easily undergoes oxidation to form CH3 CHO. Acetaldehyde is obtained, which on further subjected to oxidation we get CH3COOH. The number of carbon atoms in reactants as well as in products are same. The number of carbon atoms present in the reactant as well as in the products are remain same. Okay. I will take for example secondary alcohol CH3C OH HCH3. When secondary alcohols are subjected to oxidation in presence of K2 Cr2O7 or H plus ion, I get ketone CH3C double bond O CH3. The name of the compound is acetone is obtained. This acetone on further subjected to oxidation in presence of same compound K2 Cr2O7 in acidic medium. Reaction does not possible. Therefore, reaction is carried out under drastic condition, high temperature and pressure. Under drastic condition, ketones get oxidized to acid. One group, this acyl group get converted into acid, and remaining this group get converted into formic acid. Acetic acid and formic acid. This formic acid further undergoes oxidation to form CO2 and water. It further undergoes oxidation to form carbon dioxide and water. Now, CH3 COH CH3 CH3. Tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation, but when it is treated with any acids, it undergo dehydration reaction to form alkenes. CH3 C double bond CH2 CH3. This alkene are subjected to oxidation in presence of suitable oxidizing agent. Here the oxidation takes place at carbon-carbon double bond. We get CH3C double bond O CH3 plus, and this group is get converted into formic acid. Again, this compound on subjected to further oxidation, it get converted into acetic acid and formic acid. Finally, you will get carbon dioxide and water. Now complete this reaction. I will give one equation. For example, I got CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3, and this is OH. It is a tertiary alcohol which do not undergo oxidation. Therefore, what we will do first, it is treated with acid so that it undergo dehydration reaction. So it undergo dehydration reaction to form CH3, CH3, double bond CH2, CH3. Now this compound is subjected to oxidation in presence of K2Cr2O7 in presence of water, H2O. So here the oxidation takes place. So this group get converted into CH3, C double bond O, CH3 plus this group, one group will remain like this, CH3, and this CH2 becomes COOH. It get converted into COOH. Please note it down. Oxidation of alcohols by using mild oxidizing agents. There are many mild oxidizing agents are there. The first one is PDC. The name of the compound is pyridinium. Coming to oxidation of alcohols by using mild oxidizing agents. So these are the mild oxidizing agents are there. The first one is PDC, pyridinium dichromate. The second one is PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate, which is taken in the ratio of 1:1:2. Sarret reagent. It is a mixture of chromic oxide, pyridine, and dichloromethane. Collins reagent. It is a mixture of pyridine, chromic oxide, dichloromethane in the ratio of 2:1:1. And final one is Jones reagent, chromic oxide with dilute sulfuric acid. These three do not affect multiple bonds present in the molecule. During oxidation reaction. Sarret reagent, Collins reagent, Jones reagent do not affect the multiple bonds present in the given molecule during oxidation reaction. This Sarret reagent is sensitive towards bases. Jones reagents are sensitive towards acid compounds. Therefore, these two reagents are avoided when they are treating with base, and this is avoided when they are treating with acids. Please note it down. So now coming to the example. First one, when primary alcohol on treated with mild oxidizing agent like PCC, PDC or chromic acid, we get respective aldehyde. This PCC, PDC do not have the ability to oxidize aldehydes into carboxylic acids. When secondary alcohols are subjected to oxidation by using mild oxidizing agent, ketones are obtained. These ketones do not undergo further oxidation even under drastic conditions by using mild oxidizing agent, whereas tertiary alcohols do not show any effect. Tertiary alcohols do not undergo oxidation reaction with mild oxidizing agent. So like this, the mild oxidizing agents converts alcohols into respective compounds as shown. Next, coming to haloform reaction, very important for objective program. Primary and secondary alcohols which having beta CH3 group. Primary and secondary alcohols which possess beta CH3 groups undergoes haloform reaction. undergo this reaction to form haloform plus carboxylic acids. Means primary and secondary alcohol which containing CH3 group at beta position, CH3 group at beta position, on treated with these two suitable reagents, they form haloform as well as carboxylic acid, that is R CH OH CH3. This is alpha and this is beta, therefore beta has got CH3 group. Beta has got CH3 group. First it is treated with halogen in presence of basic medium and then are subjected to acidification. So this RCHOH group, whatever it may be, it get converted into carboxylic acid. The alpha carbon atom which containing OH group get converted into carboxylic acid, and the beta carbon atom is get converted into haloform. Beta carbon atom is get converted into haloform. So for example, H CHOH CH3, that is ethanol, primary alcohol which containing beta group CH3. First it is treated with iodine in presence of concentrated solution of sodium hydroxide, then on subjected to acidification. This group first get oxidized to carboxylic acid, and this group is get converted into iodoform CH3. Iodoform is obtained. Iodoform is obtained. So this R group, whatever the R group I have taken here, this R group either it may be hydrogen or it may be CH3 or it may be pH. It may be pH. If hydrogen is there, it get converted into formic acid. If CH3 is there, it get converted into acetic acid. If pH is there, it converted into benzoic acid by forming common product, that is byproduct, that is iodoform. That is iodoform. Very important for your objective level program. Learn it properly. Note it down. Okay, coming to next suitable oxidizing agent, that is manganese dioxide in presence of tertiary butoxide. This compound oxidizes only primary and secondary allylic and benzylic alcohols. Allylic and benzylic alcohols. What are allylic alcohols? CH2 double bond CH CH2OH. If sp3 carbon atom is bounded to the sp2 carbon atom, then this carbon atom is called as allyl carbon atom. For this allyl carbon atom, if the OH group is bonded, that is called as allylic alcohol. Benzylic means this is the benzene ring and this is CH2. This is considered as benzyl carbon atom. To this benzyl carbon atom, if the OH group is bonded, that is called as benzylic alcohol. Means this composition can oxidize only primary or secondary allylic or benzylic alcohol. The second point is it do not affect the multiple bonds present in the molecule as well as other oxidizing group in the molecule. This oxidizing agent neither oxidizes multiple bonds nor oxidizes any other oxidizing group present in the given molecule. For example, I got this one, 4-methoxyphenyl methanol or para-methoxy benzyl alcohol. So this is benzyl carbon atom. This is one oxidizing group and these are all multiple bonds. When treated with this oxidizing agent in presence of suitable solvent like dichloromethane, so which group get oxidizes? Only benzylic or allylic group get oxidizes. Remaining groups remain same. So it get converted into respective aldehyde. Primary alcohols are get converted into aldehydes. Secondary alcohols are get oxidized into ketones. So the name of the compound is 4-methoxybenzaldehyde. 4-methoxybenzaldehyde. Please note it down. ನಾನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು.